Right folks, back out on the coast this week, and I'm just a couple of miles south of where I was last week. I've got a bit of a challenge today. I brought my Nikon 180mm ED lens, 2.8, a fixed focal length. Generally, most people on the coast will bring out a wide-angle lens to create depth, some nice foreground and then some mid-ground, and obviously on the horizon, a bit of interest on the horizon. With this, you're not going to be able to do that. But to create depth with this lens, what I do is I create elements within the scene, but I'm giving enough space from the foreground to the background to create like a layering effect, and that creates depth. So that's my challenge today. Fixed focal length, 180mm lens, absolutely wonderful lens to use. It does have a few quirks. Most of the time you have to be at 500th of a second to get sharp images with this, even on a tripod. It's a really strange one. But once you do get an image with this, it's absolutely wonderful. So yeah, so that's our challenge today, this fixed focal length. And yeah, it's a beautiful day. It really is. Absolutely wonderful day. Right folks, for this image to work, I think we're going to need sort of a reveal on the horizon, and then we'll have our other elements before it, obviously. But we need to create some distance before that first foreground element. We must make sure that's sharp, and have to be critical with that, else it's just not going to look great with it being out of focus in the first layer of the composition. So I've got two castles here. I've got Lindisfarne behind me, you won't be able to see it on here, and I've got Bamburgh in the distance there. It's quite easy just to take a telephoto shot and have that on the horizon, nothing else, nice shot, blah blah blah, but it's uninteresting. There's no depth to it, there's no 3D pop to it, so to speak. So that's one of the challenges I've got. And if you can understand what I'm saying, it's that first element and the background element and the in-between that's really critical to have a compelling image using this lens. So yeah, I mean, we can go to f/16, can't we? But I don't want to really go beyond that. I prefer to be at f/11 for it, to be fair. So if you can create enough distance from that first element to my lens, I'm going to get down to us around the f/11 if I can. If I find something really compelling and I want to take it, I'll go up to f/16. So yeah, it's a nice challenge actually, a really nice challenge. It's a bit different from what we usually do, isn't it? We all use them wide-angle lenses, but to create a layering effect with depth, yeah, it's a bit of a challenge. It really is. Now this is a type of scene I'm looking for. Rather than taking the shot, as a lot of us do, in taking the shot on the horizon of Bamburgh Castle, we can use these elements in our scene, these grasses, and the sands are going up on the left-hand side and on the right, and it's quite undulating. And that needs to be in sharp focus as well as Bamburgh Castle. But we've got a bit of a struggle on here because the camera is too close. No matter how far I get back from this position, it's just a bit too close. So I'm getting these in focus, even at f/16, but that castle is going to be out of focus, and that's not good, is it? It's not good. So I can't go any further back in this position that I'm at. So I'm going to have to disregard this one. I always seem to go in areas where it's hard to put your tripod up. So setting this shot up, I've had to come back. I particularly like the dunes that I showed you a little bit earlier on. The dunes, the undulations on the left and right hand side, and them lovely marram grasses. I particularly like that, but obviously I didn't have the space before the front element, so I've had to come back. So it's the same scene, but I've had to come back at least, I don't know, 60, 70, 80 yards to get front to back sharpness for this shot. So it's been quite challenging, but I really like it. It really works well. The light's not great at the minute, and because we're doing black and white, I need that light. But I'm still going to take my shot. I think it's a lovely little composition. So I've got these marram grasses at the front, some little undulations within those marram grasses, and in the mid-ground there, we've got those clumps of. There must be marram grasses. I can't quite see that far out because I'm not great with my glasses. But that's giving some lovely detail in that mid-ground there. That'll really come out in black and white. And of course, we've got a lovely Bamburgh Castle there on the far horizon, and that's the reveal. So we've got quite a layer going here. So we've got the grasses, we've got that mid-ground there, and with those clumps of marram grasses and beautiful sands and the sea, and wonderful Bamburgh Castle in the distance there. I'm at f16, so I'm right at the end. I don't really want to go over that, else we're going to get a bit of diffraction, aren't we? So we don't want to do that. So it's been a bit of a challenge making sure everything's in focus. I've checked, I've gone up 100% and checked in my viewfinder. The background's a tad soft, but it's nowhere near bad. It's pretty good. And I will show that on my video. I'll show you how soft it is, but it's not that soft, to be fair. I think it works. If you printed it sort of 24 to 16 inches, it'll be fine, even in close-up. I think it'll work fine. So I'm just getting a little bit of light now that's coming over the scene, so I'll go ahead and take my shot. Really like the depth in this one. Some little layers there that are really working well for me. And a really nice start, really nice start. Right folks, next shot. Similar to my other shot down the coast there, but this time we're taking a shot at Lindisfarne Castle. Now this has been quite a struggle, and there's a compromise to be made here. I can't get the depth of field in the whole image, but the part of the image that's out of focus, which is nearest to us, is still creating that depth. I mean, I could focus stack, but I don't really like doing that. So the compromise for me is creating depth with this out of focus part of the image. So as you're getting more into the central part of the image, sharp, and then there's a little bit of sharpness that drops off onto the castle, but I like the effect that it's giving me, I really do. I've got my tripod quite high because I don't want them grasses intersecting the castle in the far background, that reveal that I was on about. So we really need that castle in that background to create a reveal and have this type of depth that we need. So that's really important. And I've kept the old island in the image, so it's on the top third. It's not cut off on the right hand side. The old sort of piece of land is on the horizon there, and I've got the castle on my top left hand third. So this lovely marram grasses are really creating depth, the out of focus bit, and then it sort of cascades in as you go through the image. Really quite wonderful. Nice bit of light at the minute, which is adding to the image, which is really beautiful. Could have done with a little bit of light on Lindisfarne Castle, but I'm getting a little bit in the grasses, which is helping a bit more. Yeah, really quite like this one. Okay, now something's caught my eye and it's totally off piece, and it's these marram glasses. They're really catching the light to the side of me here now, and there's a brooding sky just behind these grasses, and I know this is totally off piece, but I can't resist it, so I'm going to investigate this and see what we can do with it. It looks wonderful, it really does. I'm going to have to be quick because of the light. I love the light at the minute. I mean, it might not work, but I'm willing to give it a try. What we're here for, innit? Right. I must admit, I do love marram glasses. I really do. But this light that's coming across here at the minute is wonderful, and it's catching these marram grasses really nicely. And the reason why I really caught my eye, God, the sun's killing me today. It's supposed to be October, but it's about 18 degrees. It's absolutely mad. I've got this coat on, but it's got all my gear in it. So yeah, this really caught my eye because of the light that's catching these grasses and the sway to the left and to the right, and then we've got a bit of a moody sky going on. Because of the time it's taken me to sort of get to this position, the brooding dark skies have gone a little bit, unfortunately, but still think the contrast there for a dramatic image, I think. So yeah, them swaying grasses really caught my eye. It's going to be defocused a bit at the front of the image, quite like that, and then the main focus point is on the tops of the grasses where the sky is, to really enhance the tips of those marram grasses. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. Oh. This is why I do photography. It's so beautiful. It really is. That was a bit spontaneous, that last shot, wasn't it? It really was. And I've been out for 6 hours, can you believe that? Wow. Time goes so quick when you do this stuff, isn't it? It really does. Hope you've enjoyed this one. I've really enjoyed the challenge of doing this. And yeah, I could have stitched images together and got maximum depth of field, but oh, I don't like doing it. I'd just rather have one image. They weren't doing that in the olden days, were they? I know time goes on and technology improves, but I just like one image. I don't like filling my hard drive with bloody loads and loads of images. So for me, I just like to take that one shot. I've still got filters that I use as well. I'm a bit of a traditionalist, I think. So yeah, it's been a challenge today with that 180mm. Give it a go. Give it a go. It improves the way you photograph stuff. You've got to think about these things with a fixed focal length, especially at the high end at 180mm for a landscape photographer. And then you have to create that depth with layers. Otherwise, they just look flat. Just taking photos of, you know, nothing in the foreground, and because generally that's what usually happens. You just take photographs at, let's say, the castle today, and the bit of the sea and a bit of the sand, and that's it. There's no like depth to it. There's no interest really, is there? When you create depth with layers, it brings another dimension into it. It really does. And I've loved the challenge of that today. I really have. And I love spontaneity too. I love doing that. So I'm not sure that's worked out, but I love the spontaneity. Anyway, I'm babbling on now. Put a thumbs up on the video if you found it entertaining, and if you want to subscribe, that would be absolutely fantastic too. I've just seen these flock of birds move by just past me here. It's just so beautiful here. It really is. It takes your breath away. So just put a thumbs up and subscribe. That would be absolutely fantastic, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one, guys. Cheerio.